Disney has come a long way since then, of course, and as I was saying to these folks over here, and by the way, welcome you, Disney family. This is everybody's becomes family. That's actually my favorite thing about the group tours, and we've been just as our own family. This is my daughter Emily. I'm Eileen Anderson, artistic director for North Star Arts. We've been as a family, but we actually have the most fun on the group trips. And as I just told you all, we have taken groups of 20, we have taken groups of 80. So you just never know how many there'll be. Probably 40 is average, 35 to 40 is kind of average, is probably what you can assume. The trip is set for January 19th, which is Martin Luther King Day, through either the 19th of January, through either the 22nd or 23rd. You have two options. If you want to stay 3 nights, it's 4 days and 3 nights, or 5 days and 4 nights. And it's set that way for a couple of reasons. The day we arrive, Martin Luther King Day, you really don't want to go into the parks because it's a zoo.
So crowded.
It's super crowded.
We've done it, we don't recommend it.
That's why we have the first learning day of the Wonders of Africa program will happen on that day. And so then you have other days that once Martin Luther King Day is done, everybody's gone, and then it's really low attendance. But it just happens to line up that Elk River, or ISD 728 schools, I don't know for sure about Big Lake, I was gonna ask somebody about that, but they are off the day after as well. So kids that are in public school would only miss 2 or perhaps 3 days. And for all schools, it's like beginning of the semester, so it's not a big deal. If you miss a couple of days of school, there's not too much going on yet then anyway. So that's, oh, no, I didn't know if they were coming in or not. So that's kind of the reason for the timing. We generally do January because it's the second to the least crowded month of the year at Disney. September is a little less crowded, but
it's still
pretty
really
hot.
humid.
It's pretty hot and humid then.
And it's in the middle of
hurricane season.
So
So yeah, it can happen that the parks shut down. It doesn't very often, but January is great. The weather is all over the place. It can be.
Last year was cool.
I have bought more Mickey jackets because I didn't bring a coat along.
But
so it can be cool, but then other years it's hot.
It's been 87 degrees.
So, but it's not super humid.
No.
I don't remember any time when it was 87 when we were at Disney.
When I texted you.
It has gotten into the 80s. It can be hot. It tends not to, if it's hot, it tends not to stay hot the whole time. So it's the most comfortable overall weather, and the lowest crowds. So you can see and do the most stuff. And it's also one of the least expensive times of the year to stay there. So that and the fact that, as I was saying to them, we don't use a travel agent. I make all the arrangements. I've taken probably 1,500 people all over the world. I had a girls' choir that traveled all throughout the country and throughout Europe, actually. And we started, the very first trip that I took the choir on was to Disney World. And we've been going ever since. This is the 28th trip to Disney. So there's opportunities both for the Wonders of Africa learning program. We also will have lesson plans for each day that relate to various different parks and things that you can learn and do. Everybody thinks of, oh, Mickey, I'm gonna go ride on rides and have a great time. And
which is an
awesome.
absolutely fair and valid assumption. That's absolutely true. However,
but there's more that can be done there.
Yes.
With the addition of the parks that are other than the Magic Kingdom, not that there isn't stuff to be learned there, but with the addition of Epcot, with all of the different countries of the around the world showcase, and
Animal
Kingdom and Hollywood Studios, the learning opportunities have grown exponentially. And so we've put together lesson plans that are grouped kind of by age, not necessarily by specific grade, but by, this is the age that will be most interested in these learning plans. So everybody will have access to those. If you want to take advantage of that, you're more than welcome to. You don't have to.
No.
You just go to Disney World and have a good time. But we highly recommend that you take advantage of them because everybody will benefit. We decided to start, and not the daily lesson plans do not necessarily coincide with the Wonders of Africa.
No.
There are a whole bunch of things. There are things like how the ride mechanisms work for older kids and the physics behind that. But then there are also really simple things for younger kids to learn too that are fun and interesting. We started with this Wonders of Africa because there is a hotel, a resort at Disney called Animal Kingdom Lodge. And the first thing that happens when you walk in the door, there's this amazing lobby where the roof of the lobby is thatched, and they brought craftsmen from Africa to do this amazing thatched roof on the top of the building.
It still takes my breath away.
Yeah, it's incredible, and the whole resort is filled with artifacts and art pieces from various regions of Africa. They do arts and crafts there that are all related to Africa. There's a savanna where there's animals, there's giraffes and there's wildebeests and there's zebras and antelope and gazelles and everything. Then you can walk out onto the balconies and see them. There's also a little area outside where there are people from Africa who have experience with these animals, and you can talk to them. They will answer questions. In the evening, they'll tell stories, African-based folk tales around this big fire pit. So there's just a lot of opportunities that have opened up, and that because I've stayed at almost every Disney hotel at this point in my life, but it's one of my favorites because there's nowhere else that you can go other than going to Africa to experience this. So that's where the first day will be, with the Wonders of Africa day with crafts, and we'll tour the resort, and you can see the artifacts and the artwork and just lots of information about that and fun activities to do. Mm-hmm. There's also a performance for anyone that likes to sing, and that includes adults. They didn't used to include adults, but I kept bugging them, and they finally, and some people from Europe too did as well, and so they finally opened it up so that youth and adults can sing, and that is in the area that's called Disney Springs. It used to be called Downtown Disney. If you haven't been there for a while, it's turned pretty big upscale shopping. And a bunch of, there's stuff like Chef Art Smith has a restaurant there.
And Iron Chef Morimoto as well.
Iron Chef Morimoto has a restaurant there. So there's some kind of unique dining experiences that are possible as well. Ooh, thought we were done with that last night.
Flights are getting canceled today.
And so there's a beautiful stage right on the water there called the Waterfront Stage, Disney. But that's where we would be performing, and they used to have us perform in the parks, but when people are in the parks, they're on their way to Space Mountain, they're gonna watch people sing. So they got smart and they built this beautiful waterfront stage. So every time we go there in the last however many years, the amphitheater is just packed with people watching. Like, they'll go get something to eat and sit down and watch the concert, or they'll,
It's a big thing on like Sunday afternoons. People go to church, or they go have brunch somewhere downtown Disney Springs, sorry. and then they go watch whoever's performing that day.
So we've drawn fabulous crowds there, so everybody's welcome to do that. There will be a series of rehearsals for that. We're gonna do, because this is the African experience year, and we'll be doing successive ones too, because there are a number of different countries that have resorts that represent those countries. But since we're starting out with Africa, one of the song sets will definitely be The Lion King. So y'all probably have heard some of those songs anyway. So anyone's welcome to join in that portion also. Anybody have any questions so far?
How many rehearsals are there?
There'll probably be about 6.
Okay.
And those will take place probably starting, like one night a week, starting in December. And usually it's a couple of hour rehearsal. That'll be kind of whatever the group's needs are, we'll pick a night each week. You know, say Mondays works for most people, and that's when we'll do it and go from there. Yeah.
Did you say they can sing if they want to?
Yes, nobody has to,
Okay.
but everyone is invited to do
Right.
so.
Okay.
And it's, there are solo opportunities within those, within the music that I will choose, but nobody has to, nobody's under the gun that you have to stand up there by yourself in front.
Disney
But if
doesn't
you,
want anyone to do a standalone one-person solo anymore.
no, they won't allow that, but there are solos within the pieces.
Absolutely.
Anyone that's interested in those sorts of things has the opportunity to do that, but nobody has to. It's entirely up to everybody's comfort level. What do you like to do?
How many songs will we be doing?
Well, they give us about a half an hour concert. So like the Lion King, I have a medley that I've done down there many, many times, and it's about 6 different songs from Lion King, parts of 6 different songs. But we'll probably do 2 to 3 of
Depending on how long the
various
sets are.
medleys. We tend to try to do Disney-based things because we're
At
at
Disney.
Disney, and that's what people want to hear. But you know, there's a Lion King one, there's a Little Mermaid one, there's a Beauty and the Beast one. There's just about any one of those shows you can name. There's
A medley.
of songs from that show. So we're going to start out. We're definitely doing the Lion King, but then from there on, it might be, you know, choir favorites. What do y'all like? I don't care. I've done them all. So good questions, though, you guys. That's awesome.
I'm pretty sure I meant to write more on that slide.
It's
Epcot's International
the
Festival of the Arts.
Epcot is the park. It was the second park built in Florida, and it is, the front of it has some interesting rides, like that big, looks like a golf ball, Spaceship Earth,
The geodesic sphere.
and that's kind of like a travel into the future sort of thing.
History of communication, where is communication going, that type of thing.
There's a pavilion, the Land Pavilion, that focuses on
Nature.
nature. There's another pavilion,
The
that's seas, and that's
The
ocean
aquariums,
type
and there's
thing.
Finding
Yeah.
Nemo, and it's adorable.
And then when you keep walking into the back half of the park, it's a huge lake, and around it are pavilions from, I think it's 11 countries throughout the world.
Been patiently waiting for Disney to add a 12th.
Yeah, there's space for additions, but they haven't done one yet lately. But then each one of those, and this is a fabulous learning opportunity, because each one of those, it starts with Canada, and then Great
UK.
Britain, and then France, and it goes along, and each one of those is themed. The employees at each one of the pavilions are from that country.
Talk to them, it's the best thing.
Yep, they will answer any questions you can possibly have, and then the pavilion obviously is themed toward that country.
Like the Italy Pavilion is themed after the town square in Venice. With
There's
the
usually food for each one, right?
Yes,
Yes.
oh, multiple
Multiple
fast food
restaurants.
and sit-down restaurants in each one.
Epcot has the
Each
most
way
restaurants of all the parks.
Okay, there's
And
each
it's
your way through
fabulous.
Epcot, and there might be for adults, one other kind of going your way through
Mhm.
the World Showcase. That's a thing. Never done it personally, but.
Drinking around the world.
Yep. So, so that's a fabulous learning opportunity.
There's also thrill rides.
Oh,
at
yeah,
Epcot.
and there
There's
are
two.
rides
There,
throughout.
three. There's 3 thrill rides.
Yep, and throughout the whole park, there are rides in the front portion and
The
rides
back.
in the back portion. There's also shows sometimes in the back
Uh-huh.
portion, and you know, you walk
Reflections
by
of
and
China.
there'll be a group singing on stage, like they'll bring in some professional musicians that they're doing a concert. But Festival of the Arts, there'll be
Artists.
booths with visual artists and more more performances than normal. But I know my son-in-law he had to go because he had to meet some artist that he knew from somewhere. I think it was a photographer and
No, painter.
was it a painter?
Yep.
Okay,
And he bought one of his paintings.
bought one of his paintings, and that was a big deal for him.
Like,
So
we
there's
have to go to Epcot on Wednesday because that's when he's here. And my sister and I were like, cool.
okay,
Let's
we'll
do
go
it.
there. So then, the next pavilion that was built, was Hollywood Studios.
The next park.
It was called, it's had a bunch of different names. Now it's just Disney's Hollywood Studios.
It used to be Disney's MGM Studios.
Yeah, yeah.
It was
Oh, I
extremely
think we're a little fast on that one, but we'll come back to that. That's more like Hollywood entertainment.
Yeah.
That's kind of the focus of that. So there's a Beauty and the Beast live on stage show. There's a Little Mermaid show. Then there's also roller coasters, and there's
Rock and roller coaster.
what's the thing that Tower
Tower
of
Terror.
Terror that drops you however many stories.
Fast 13 stories.
13
Faster than
stories.
the speed of gravity.
So a combination of thrill rides and shows there.
Yes.
There's a real fun Indiana Jones
The
show.
stunt show. It's
Stunt show that they show you how all of the stunts are done
In Raiders of the
Indiana
Lost Ark.
Jones movie. Oh, is it just that one?
It's-
I thought
I
it was
think
some of the
it's-
other ones too.
I haven't seen it for a while. They might have added the other ones, but when I saw it last, it was just Raiders. Don't
Okay.
quote me.
Then they added, which one up to Animal Kingdom, and that's a little bit like a zoo on steroids. So it's a zoo with rides. There's a fabulous safari ride where you get in this safari vehicle and they take you out onto a savanna and you are surrounded by elephants and lions and
Flamingos and zebra and
ostriches
rhinos.
and everything. There is an option for those who are interested in the Wonders of Africa part of the trip where they will do a private safari. So you get to go see things that the average person just going on the safari ride doesn't get to see. If anyone, we'll have more of a description of that, because that's an option. It costs more money, of course.
Do you know how much it costs?
I do not. I will have to put in a request for it if we have interest in it, and I will find out how much extra it is. But if we have interest in it, I will definitely find that information out. We've not done it before. I just learned about it. I think it's kind of new.
I think it is too.
But they stop out in the middle of the safari, and you have there's kind of a little luncheon and snacks kind of thing.
Behind the flamingo pool.
Yeah, but it's kind of cool because we were looking at pictures of it. And you get to see things that you wouldn't normally get to see on just the regular safari ride. So this is just a little bit of the overall idea of what we came up with for the Wonders of Africa program. Are y'all homeschoolers or public schoolers? Or? interested in the performing part or the Wonders of Africa part? Or?
What we originally saw was the singing, just because
Awesome.
she,
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, awesome.
her grade got cut for, like, she couldn't do combo anymore, so we were looking for another option for.
For singing, sure, okay.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, and you know, anyone is welcome to do either or both things. Doesn't cost any more to do either one of the things, it's the same.
Same rate. It's
Yeah,
all
same
included.
rate, do them both, do one. We will actually, the group will be staying at one of the all-star resorts. They have just, if you've
I think
been there
that's on here.
before, they have just remodeled all of those and they did a fabulous job. So the rooms feel much roomier. They used to be a little tight feeling. But they did the smartest thing anybody ever did. They figured out Murphy beds. So you walk in and there's a queen size bed and then there's a chair and tables. But the Murphy bed comes down over the top of the table. So
Yeah.
when you put that up in the morning, your room feels much more spacious and you have a table and you have a little beverage cooler and you can actually kind of have a
Live.
place to live in the room a little bit too. There are opportunities to upgrade your hotel if you want to do that. So anybody that's interested in that, if you want any information about Disney resorts, I've stayed at all except, well, we haven't stayed at Riviera. We've stayed at all
There's
of
my
the other
all-star
ones.
slide.
But the All-Stars are super fun, they're super,
Yeah.
super cute.
That picture in particular is all-star music. There's also all-star sports and all-star movies, and they are themed accordingly.
And all of the resorts, no matter which Disney resort you stay at, they all have transportation throughout Disney. So you can walk out the door of your room, walk to the busing area, and there's different stations for each one of the parks, or Disney Springs, or the water parks. And I should
Those typically share a bus with one of the parks.
or you go to a park first.
No. Oftentimes the driver will ask, is anybody going to Blizzard Beach,
yeah,
or
whatever.
is anyone going to Typhoon Lagoon? And then he'll make that stop if people say
As
yes.
people are on there.
Yep.
But, that's another thing that's available on day of check-in, free water park. You get to go into a water park. So we would do, depending upon the weather, we would probably go first and do the Wonders of Africa portion, but anybody not doing that can get on the bus and go to the water park. But then after the Wonders of Africa seminar is done for the day, then you can take advantage of that free water park. Disney started doing that about a year ago, and it's really popular.
Yep.
So there's that opportunity. Oh, here, this is Animal Kingdom Lodge, and this is where
This is actually in the back. This is the Arusha Savannah portion.
this is where the Wonders of Africa programming will take place on that first day. And if you're interested, you can upgrade. I will say, it's a big upgrade. Okay, it's a lot of money to upgrade to it.
But
I got a question about the rooms. So you base rooms on per person, like 4 people get a room, 4 people get a room.
Based on 4 per room.
We're sitting about 10 people. We have 7 kids, 2 of us, so
okay.
how would that be a 3-room deal, or do they ever do 5 per room?
There are family rooms that sleep 6, depending upon the kids, and it would be tight, and you didn't hear this from me, but I may or may not have brought blow-up
Air
mattresses a couple of times.
Okay.
Shh.
The youngest is 12, so they're not with the kids.
Yeah. You probably want then a family room and a standard room, and they won't guarantee connecting rooms, but they're pretty good about it. If they possibly can, they will, and at this time of year,
They
they're
often
not
can.
super
So with
booked
the
or
package, is
anything.
that gonna be an additional charge or?
It still would be the same per person rate,
Okay.
and you said 10?
Yeah.
Yeah, and that actually works out because The family suite sleeps 6 and the regular studio sleeps 4.
Mhm.
So that actually works out well.
Okay.
Yeah. Yep. So, there are as well, the deluxe resorts have 1 bedroom, 2 bedroom, and grand villas. Again, they're expensive, but with those you get, a grand villa will sleep up to 12, although there's always a couch and so you can sleep more in that. I think the one at, the Grand Floridian, you could easily put 16 in that bad boy. And not be crowded and not bring any extra bedding or anything.
And
It's
you're gonna
great.
provide the additional cost if we wanna have that as an option.
Yes,
Sad.
yeah, and if you want information about any of that, I can get it for you. Those are, of course, a big, it's a big upgrade, but it can be done. The Grand Villas sleep 12, the
two
two
bedrooms.
bedrooms sleep 9, but again, it's a 2-bedroom. It has a full living room and kitchen,
Mhm.
so there's plenty of room. You could do something else that you could easily put 10 in there.
Mhm.
So there you go. Yep, we're going Sun Country. I'm looking at it, a pretty early morning departure time. I think it's at 6:45 or 7, so it's early in the morning, not my favorite thing, but that means that we get there.
Early enough.
We get a good selection of rooms because you can ask for upgrades and nobody else is there hardly yet. And you can leave your luggage with Bell Services and go about your day, so you actually have then a whole day in the parks or at Disney Springs or at the water park or
The
the
Wonders of
Wonders of
Africa.
Africa or combinations thereof, so it's a whole extra day. And we're doing the same thing on the way home. It'll be a late flight home, so you have another full day in the parks. And it works the best because then you can maximize your time there, but you only have to pay for resort 3 nights or 4 nights, depending upon how many you wanna stay, but you still get your maximum amount of time in the parks doing
At
stuff.
Disney.
So Sun Country, do you do just carry-ons or one check? What do you
No,
do?
we get 1 check bag in the
One
group,
check bag.
yeah, per person.
Mhm.
And a carry-on as
Yeah.
well, too. Not,
So-
it has to fit certain
It has to fit under the
size.
seat in front of you.
To
Because
carry it on.
for whatever reason, Sun Country puts groups in the back of the plane. And that's where all the safety equipment is in the overhead bins. It's all in the back, so under the seat in front of you. Which
So
if it sticks out
it's-
a little bit, that's totally fine.
We've flown Sun Country, we actually even flew Sun Country to Hawaii once.
Yep.
But they've been a great airline to work with. And they do seat the groups together, which is kind of nice, because then you don't have to worry about seat selection or anything. They will do that, and they will assign seats to the group, but you don't have to, like, if you just call Sun Country or you just want, you have to pay extra for luggage, and you have to pay extra for if you wanna pick out your seat, because otherwise, one family member could be here, one could be over there, one could be in the back, unless you pay extra for a seat, so.
However, when you're in a group, that's all taken care of.
Yeah,
And they do their level best to put last names with the same last name.
yeah,
So,
yeah. And if there are like kids with different last names, I can let them know that.
yeah. And when we send the seat, like all of the government names to the airline, I do everything I can to put families together. And that then lets Sun Country know, oh, this is a family unit, this is a family unit, so on and so forth.
So, there we go. The trip also includes, for years and years Disney had Magical Express. I'm hearing there's rumors
I
about
know.
that again, but it won't happen by January.
Devastating.
Magical Express used to meet you at the airport and take you to Disney, and they dropped that, but we have a number of different companies that
Airlines are
will
starting to
do
partner.
that will meet you at the airport, and again, we can get group rates for that.
I know they were testing it with Southwest Airlines, especially for the luggage transfer thing.
Oh, yeah, it used to be really nice with that Magical Express thing, cause they got your bags and transported them, but
Yeah.
I don't know, they dropped that. I think they're gonna bring it back, but I doubt.
Too many
they
people are
would.
complaining, they're probably gonna bring it back.
Well, it was really smart on Disney's part, because if you haven't rented a vehicle then, you don't really have any easy way to get anywhere else, so people stayed on Disney property and spent all their money there. Whereas if you have to get your own way there, you're probably gonna rent a car, and then maybe you're gonna say, I'm gonna go do a day at somewhere else, or I'm gonna go to Gatorland, I'm gonna go to Universal, which
Gatorland does exist.
we do, yeah, you can do that. You can take a zip line over the top of alligators, just don't fall in. That's the other thing I will say. If you've looked on our website, you'll see that the 3-night trip includes a 2-day Disney ticket. And we do that for a reason. You can upgrade that ticket. It's not a big upgrade for that. But some people do like to go to Universal. They do want to go to Harry Potter
Or the
World,
ocean.
or we've had
SeaWorld.
people go over to the ocean and spend a day on the Atlantic Ocean. So people can do that if they want, but it's a cheap upgrade if you just want to do Disney every day as well. So we try to provide as many options as we reasonably can. Oh yeah, and remember, Walmart delivers.
Will bring you anything you want.
That has changed everybody's Disney trip, man. That you can get anything, if you forget something, Walmart will deliver it to you, or 59 other.
Well, I mean, the Walmart.
See, and that would make sense to get a
Kissimmee
room
is-
with a kitchen then.
Yes.
For a
We do
bigger
it.
group.
Yep.
We do it
Yep.
every year. We do it
That
every
makes
year.
sense. Groceries.
We eat maybe one meal a day in the parks.
That's the
There's
way to save
specific restaurants that we want to go to, and
Yeah.
we do that, and the rest of the time we have. And you can do that at All Star. There's a beverage cooler. You can buy stuff,
You can buy a lot of non-perishables.
non-perishable stuff, and you could, you
We
could
make
you
stuff.
could order cereal from
Different.
Walmart and have a box of cereal there. You can do it,
Yeah.
but it's obviously
It's limited.
it's tougher than if you have a full kitchen for sure.
Yep.
So
The refrigerator is.
yeah,
What takes
you
the
have to be
balance for
aware
me.
that it's what you get with the rooms is a beverage cooler. They're
Yeah.
small and they're not. There's no freezing compartment or anything
No.
like that, but can be done. We've done that too. But every single one of the resorts has really good counter service food that we always would do that for breakfast, or we'd do something like bring Rice Krispie bars and say, "Oh, this is Rice
Dry
Krispies. This is
beef.
healthy, right?"
Dry beef and puppy chow.
Yeah, puppy chow. Oh, that's healthy. It's cereal based.
There's peanut butter in it. It's fine.
Does All Stars have breakfast included or no?
No meals are included with any of the Disney
No.
resorts,
Yeah.
but they do have reasonably priced
Quick service.
quick service in each one.
Probably better than being at the park buying a meal. Still
Um,
pretty expensive. I imagine.
They're about the same. It all depends on like the tier of restaurant you go to. Like if you're gonna go to a table service sit down restaurant, you're paying through the nose.
If you want a character breakfast, if you want to go to Chef Mickey's,
you can do it.
it's
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 money.
probably $60-some for adults and 50-some for kids.
Not for breakfast.
Yeah, I bet even for breakfast at Chef Mickey's, it's got to be pretty close.
I don't know.
It's
something like that.
expensive.
It's a lot.
expensive. The
It's a
character
lot.
meals are expensive. Period. They just
But-
are.
If you're pulling up to Sleepy Hollow in the Magic Kingdom and you're getting your spicy chicken and waffle, that's
That's pretty cheap,
$7.
Yeah.
yeah.
So there are options. And here's the other thing that we can get you that nobody else can get you. We can get you meal coupons for the fast food, the counter service restaurants, and they're cheaper than any place else because we're tax exempt. And so they offer this group price on these vouchers, and there's no tax on them besides, so they're cheap, and then there's also no tax. And you can buy as many of those as you want, you'll just have to, there'll be a order by date for those, and you have to tell me how many you want, and I can order those for you. And I think now it's just a thing on your phone.
I'm pretty sure it's all through the My Disney
Pretty
Experience
sure
app.
it's on the My Disney, everything is on your phone now,
Yep.
so.
So for those interested in the concert portion, concert dress ensemble, black dress, black pants and shirt.
Yeah, simple. And the ladies will, in a group, agree.
Yep.
Do you want sleeveless? Do you want sleeves, long sleeves, short sleeves? That decision can be made. The guys can do that too, what kind of sleeve length. And we would make that decision
Based on the
when we
weather.
have an idea of what the weather's going to be. If it's gonna be 80 degrees, that's one choice. If it's gonna be colder, then
55
and
degrees.
because the amphitheater with the stage is right on
The water.
the water, and the wind can come whipping off that water, and it can be really cold there, but then sometimes if we
It's
get a hot spell, it could be hot. So that's a decision that we would make. The only thing that you have to be careful, you can't vary from the concert attire, including ladies would have to decide if any kind of jewelry or hair
We go into detail
stuff
on what's allowed.
happens, but everybody has to be the same, and I have to submit a picture of what it looks like. It has to be approved by Disney.
Mhm.
You can't just wander onto the stage dressed however you
However.
want. So
We've had people try to do
we had
that.
people try that a couple of years ago,
Like
and
they
I was
had
just
cute
like,
little tiaras and
no,
flowers,
no,
and we were
no,
like,
no, Disney's not
we love
going
it, but
out. So, yeah, after 25 trips, all of a sudden a group showed up with, and it was like not everybody, just some of them had on all kinds of
flowers and
stuff. Flowers there,
tiaras
and
and
tiaras. And Disney
they were
is,
so cute.
you
However,
cannot, except for at the Halloween parties, you cannot dress like a character
If you are over the age of
14
14.
or over.
14 and under can.
Can. She got nailed.
I was 16 years
She
old.
was 16 and she was dressed as Cinderella, and we had no idea. And they nabbed her so fast and made her go change. Yeah,
Mhm. Well, we were in the Magic Kingdom. There,
she had kids surround me
the
asking for
people, the
autographs.
security in the Magic Kingdom is no joke. Epcot, they're probably not gonna care as much because I had a friend Disney bound as Belle, like Village Belle, and she had a little apron and nobody said a word to her. We go to the Magic Kingdom, plainclothes security guard comes up to us.
Right away.
How old are you? And we were like, oh yeah, no, she's totally 14. Yeah, I'm her adult chaperone, it's fine.
That may or may not be true.
She was not.
So you can, that's the thing, Disney bounding is a thing
Oh,
where you
yes.
dress similarly to a character,
Mm-hmm.
but instead of like the full length gown, which you don't want to really walk around Disney with that on anyway, you could have a short version of a similar style, and that's kind of a thing. People have all
Like-
kinds of fun with that. You guys have favorite Disney characters? Who's your favorite?
Love it.
There you go. You could dress similarly to Aurora. How about you? Do you have a favorite character?
There's a lot.
How about you? No favorites?
That's okay. No, I Disney bound Minnie Mouse a lot. So I have a red polka dot skirt and I wear it with a black top and leggings and it's fine.
Yeah, and they don't care about that.
No.
But if you come with a Mickey or a Minnie head, they're not gonna let
They
you.
don't care.
So, any questions about anything any of this that we've talked about?
I have a question about, I know they do like handicap accessible passes, but they have to be done ahead of time now, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that something that you would help with? Because we do have one kiddo that's.
Yeah, I can help you. We have never done that, but we've certainly had guests with us that have.
Yep.
It used to be really simple. You just went into the
Guest services.
guest services and BAMO. Now they require, I think, more substantial proof because of
People
course.
People were taking advantage
People were
of it.
taking advantage of it,
Yeah, okay,
cause you get
I'll look into it.
front of the line,
Yeah,
you know, so people took advantage of it and that screws it up for everyone, but I can absolutely have a Disney rep that I've worked with for years and years and years that,
He's great.
does the performance learning seminar, all that sort of thing. He will arrange the rooms for us and the tickets in, and then he hands me off. I've got folks that actually are on site that do the performance part where they meet you. There's an area that they meet us, and we
Backstage
can
at
warm up
Disney.
and then get taken over to where we will perform. So I've folks that I've worked with for a long time, and I know I can ask Ty, he would be able to tell me exactly
If
how
he
that
doesn't know
works.
how to do it, he knows
He
who
will know
knows how
somebody
to do
that
it.
knows how to
Okay.
do it,
Yeah.
so.
Yep.
Yeah. No problem. Yeah, if you possibly think you got anybody that could qualify for one of those, you're gonna wanna do it. That is front of the line.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it is, I believe it is up to 10 people now. They've limited it. Used to be anybody with the person could do it. Now I think it is limited to 10.
10.
okay, good. Sorry, you guys.
Too bad.
I also highly recommend at least one member of your family brings a day backpack, whether that's a fanny pack, a backpack, whatever, filled with sunscreen, ibuprofen. You want your handy dandy fuel rods because the My Disney Experience app sucks a lot of battery. You can exchange these once they die. Just find a station and pop it in and exchange, and you get a brand new one
Oh, that's cool.
free of charge.
Yeah, it used to be, everything was, you just walked into the place and after you handed them your ticket, you were done. Well, now everything, of course, is on an app.
I've figured out how to not constantly having to be on your phone, but
Well, and that's the beauty of going in January,
Yes.
is you
You
don't
don't
have to make all kinds of advanced reservations for rides and pay a bunch of extra. If there is something that's super popular that you are just dying to see and you are not willing to wait,
then
you
yeah, do
can,
it.
you can
Yeah.
upgrade and do that. I have not done it. I've never done it. I was just like, yeah.
I've done it a handful of times. It's for me. It's only worth it for the Guardians of the Galaxy roller coaster because the lines for that are always 2 hours. Standby is always 2 hours, no matter what. So if that's an important ride to you, I recommend doing it. It's well worth it.
Are there any other ones that are crazy long?
Flight of Passage in Animal Kingdom can get super long. That's in the Avatar section of the park, and you're flying through the world of Pandora. It's really cool. Tron in Magic Kingdom
Oh, okay.
gets crazy.
But you can always, on that My Disney Experience app, you can see wait times for any ride
Absolutely.
in the park, so you can look and say,
Mhm.
okay, this is crazy, I'm not gonna do this right now.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll check it again later, or, yeah, maybe this is worth getting up and getting there right before that park opens and running to the whatever it is, so there are
They let
ways
you into the
around that.
parks. They let Disney Resort Hotel guests into the parks a half an hour before the park
Before
opens
anybody
to
else,
everybody
yeah.
else.
Cool.
It's great.
Oh, there we go. Oh, so people think of Disney just as, oh, I'm gonna go have fun and ride on some rides. But it actually does a lot more for you than you would think. And I think that besides the unmatched learning opportunities, there's some fun opportunities that come with going as part of a group. Because you can meet up with other families and go do some stuff for a while, and then I've seen the families go, well, okay, we've got some older kids and they want to go do something that the rest of us don't care about, and so 5 or 6 of the older kids will go off together and do their thing.
And it's
And
the
the adults
safest place
will
for
have-
them to
yeah,
do that.
and there is a Disney employee every 10 feet.
Yep.
I mean, you would have to try to
not.
get in trouble at Disney. I
Meaning
literally,
You're climbing the steps of the Mexico Pyramid, which I do not recommend doing.
I would have sent Emily as a guide to somebody when she was 10 years old.
Yeah.
Because she knew it really well, but I would have
Well, and
felt
it's so
comfortable.
safe.
Nothing's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Disney, they know they can spot that stuff a mile away.
Every single cast member
So-
is trained to spot funny business.
Anything that looks a little off, they're gonna check it out.
Yeah.
So it's an opportunity for young people to gain some confidence and be a little bit independent in a safe environment. And the memories, oh my goodness. One of my best memories in my whole life is the very first trip that I ever took to Disney. Emily had her first birthday there. She'll have her 31st birthday this year.
Week before.
It'll be a week before, but we'll celebrate.
But I will have a birthday book.
But right before that, at Christmas time, we went to see Santa Claus, and she's terrified of Santa Claus. Her sister had to hold her, and she was on this side, and Santa Claus was there, and she didn't want anything to do with Santa Claus. She got in the line for Mickey Mouse at Disney, took one look at Mickey Mouse, and went like this. We've been sunk ever since. Every year ever since. So you absolutely will have memories that you will have in your mind for the rest of your lives. And that includes kids too. I don't think she remembers from when she was 1.
No.
But she probably remembers from when she was 2.5.
Also no.
And then
Not that far
learning
back.
opportunities are incredible. Which if you
Talk to the
choose to
cast
take
members.
advantage of the lesson plans, there's fabulous ones there. If you just want to do the Wonders of Africa, or if you just want to wander around Disney World, you're going to learn stuff
Talk to the cast members.
and talk to cast members.
Especially in Animal Kingdom and Epcot, everyone is so knowledgeable.
Yep.
It's
So,
mind-boggling.
and how cool is it to say, I've sung on stage at Disney World?
It's so cool.
So, Heidi Ewing, who's been on a number of trips with us with several of her kids, and now with some of her grandchildren, she will be running a bunch of group fundraisers for us because we're 501c3. We can run fundraisers, and if anybody wants to have help raising money for their trips, there are things like Cub Foods bagging opportunities, and it's just you go help you bag groceries for people at Cub Foods, and they give you money.
Yep.
That has been the biggest cash cow ever on the planet.
Yes.
Typically, and you have to be, I think you have to be 12 and up to do that.
I think so, yeah.
But people have earned,
Especially around the holidays.
people have earned between $70 and $100 in one day doing that.
For one person?
For one
One
person.
person.
Yes,
Mhm.
each
I
person.
mean, all our kids are 12, man, like.
There
we
you
got
go.
7 kids, that's.
Yeah.
It's a lot, yes.
They pay for their
Yep.
trip.
Yep. So that's a really good one.
Butter
There's a
braids.
butter braids one. Haggie's Pizza.
Yep.
During hunting season. You can sell those things like there is no tomorrow during.
We sold them for cheer, we just ended up buying the whole box. Keep it at home.
It doesn't save us money doing the cheer costs. Why
does.
do it?
Well, no, we've had
Quick,
people
easy
make a
meals.
bunch of money selling Haggie's pizzas, but you have to do them opening of fishing, hunting
Yep.
season. Those are the big times
Yeah.
of the year to sell Haggie's pizza.
So what
But-
happens if you pay in full because you want that discount? And then you do fundraisers, how does that work?
Well, honey, you can always use more money at Disney because you'll.
Okay, so
there's-
that would go
Yeah,
into
no,
the
we
cash.
don't care.
Absolutely.
Okay.
We don't control what you spend that money on.
Perfect.
You're all spending it at Disney, right?
Yeah, totally.
No, we don't need to, everything goes into a fundraising account.
Yeah.
We have a separate trip account for tours and trips and expenses and all that sort of thing as a separate bank account. And all of the fundraising money goes into that. But, then if you want to apply it to your trip, you certainly can do that. Or if you have already paid for your trip and you just want the money,
There you go.
you can, we'll give you cash or we'll give you a check, whatever you, however you want it, we don't care. Because, that's very legitimate because that's part of your trip expenses is, your.
Food in the
Oh,
park.
food is gonna be so
Is,
expensive.
Yes.
food can be very expensive, yeah,
There
or if
is
you
a
even
giant
just wanna
McDonald's on
order
property.
stuff from Walmart
However.
while you're there,
That's part of it too.
We can do
whatever,
that.
you can absolutely do that,
Are you
that's
hungry in the
completely
airport?
legitimate.
Totally legitimate.
Yeah, yep, so that's entirely up to you what you want and how you want to allocate those millions of dollars.
Okay.
So you can do pay all up front, which is the cheapest option, obviously. And then you can also do payments. And this is I think this is the 4 days, 3 nights. The next trip has another price point of the same thing. Again, any additions that you want to make to that, if you want to upgrade your hotel, if you want to get some of those
Meal
ticket voucher
vouchers.
things, those counter service vouchers, those obviously are in addition if you want a longer park pass. If you want to do more than one park per day, so you can
The
go to
park
one in
hopper
the
option.
morning and then go to another one in the afternoon. I personally have decided that I would never waste that money again.
It's too hard to go
It's,
back and forth.
there's,
to Walt Disney
yes,
World
you
from
waste a
one
bunch
park
of
to
time,
one.
but
Yeah.
But there are people that want to do all 4 parks in one day. That's a thing. That is
The most
truly
I've
a
done
thing.
is 3, but that was mostly because I was hanging out with 3 of my friends and we were just vibing the whole time. Just
So-
going.
The last time I was there, we had a rental vehicle, but you had to take a train, a trolley, a ferry, a transit, some kind of other transportation once
Yes.
you parked
Yes.
Yep.
to get to whatever park you
Yes.
wanted to
Down
get
to the
to. It was
Magic
crazy.
Kingdom.
The fastest one probably would be
Magic
going
Kingdom
from
to
Magic
Epcot.
Kingdom to Epcot because of the monorail.
Yep.
Will take you from one, so that's only one thing. You walk out
And
of
you
the
only need to
Magic
transfer
Kingdom,
one time.
get on the monorail,
And go.
change, well, you actually do have to change monorails.
Yeah, you have to
so.
transfer one time.
Transfer monorails and then go to Epcot.
Yeah.
But it is not, the only time it would possibly make sense is if you went to Animal Kingdom in the morning, because Animal Kingdom doesn't stay open very late, and then you wanted to go to Epcot, which tends to stay open later in the evening.
Mhm.
You certainly can do that. To me, it's not worth it, but some people think it's great.
And you said the first day usually isn't a park day, but
You can if you
but
want.
Waters of Africa is included in our group.
Yes,
Yes.
yes, that would be, and that will be the first day, and also the
The
water
if
park
we wanted to,
is,
whether-
and
No,
that's,
we just don't recommend going into the parks on that first day because we're flying it on MLK Day. And it is
it's gonna
very
be a
crowded.
zoo in the park.
It is very crowded on Martin Luther King Day.
And again,
'Cause it's a
we're
long
not gonna
weekend.
boss anybody around, if you
No.
wanna do that, you are
Yeah.
free to do that.
Yeah. Just,
But yeah,
We've done
our
this
personal
and we don't
recommendation is, don't do it.
How many hours do we spend at Wonders of Africa doing that? Typically.
I would say 2 to 4.
depends on how long the
I
activity
think our
is.
kids will really enjoy it.
Yeah.
All of our kids, I think, would like that, so we can definitely do a good half day there for sure.
You know, the art tour, that's in, there's all kinds of things throughout the resort, so it's on multiple floors. And then there's the savannah, depending upon how much time you wanna talk to those workers that can tell you about the animals and facts about Africa, that's kind of up to each. The group activities will probably take a couple of hours. Then the tour, the art and crafts tour more, and then depending upon how much, you can just, there are chairs there are lovely rockers with vantage points to sit and look and watch the animals, so however much time you wanna do that, that's up to you,
Yep.
so. But I would say figure a minimum of
2.
4 hours, 3.5 to 4 hours to do the basic stuff.
Okay.
And from there, you're on your own to do whatever else you want. Any other questions? Do you guys have any questions? Have you guys been to Disney before? Any of you guys been to Disney? Have you? What was your favorite thing that you did there? Do you have a favorite park?
I like Magic Kingdom.
Magic Kingdom. How about you? Liked them all? How about you? You guys are easy to please. Pretty cool. Do we got anything? So any deposit that you make is non-refundable, because the minute I get the money, I gotta nail that airline. The park ticket thing, that whole thing with Disney, I've got a little bit of time on that, although they've tightened down on that. It used to be I could call them up 10 days before I left, and yet not anymore. But the airline, and it's non-refundable, and it doesn't have anything to do with us, it has to do with when we do that group airfare, when I pay that, I can't get that money back, it's gone.
Mhm.
So, deposits are non-refundable. You have about, any other payments, you probably have 2 days afterwards that I could still refund, but that's the thing with group travel is when they get that money, nobody's gonna give it back. So I usually have the deadlines, if I have to have a payment into Disney by X date, the due date for the payment will be about 2 days before that, so you have a little bit of grace there. I will require that anyone that wants to do this will sign a thing that, saying that you understand that it's non-refundable and that North Star doesn't have any control over that. And if you wish, you can always purchase trip insurance on your own. I think we have had one couple do that in 30 years of trips. But they ended up needing it. It was an elderly couple, and it was a European trip and something. They knew ahead of time that there were some health issues, and so they intelligently grabbed that. But I would not discourage anyone. I've personally never paid for travel insurance, but I've never had anything awful happen either, and stuff can happen. So I could probably, if you are interested, I could probably look up some companies, but you probably could too, just as well as I, to do something like that if you want to. So there you go. Any other questions about anything? There's Mickey, just waiting for you.
All right, thank you very much.
You bet, thank you.
Thank you. And early bird deposits by the 15th, right? So
Correct,
Yes.
yep,
to get
to get the
discount.
lowest price. I can add somebody on almost at the last minute, but the longer you wait, the more it costs.
Mhm.
And that primarily has to do with airline. Well, it'll be a hotel too.
Yeah.
The rooms, the closer we get, the fewer rooms there are, and the more those will cost. So if I add on to the original contract, the rooms are gonna cost more money. But airline's the big killer. I've got a short window of opportunity to get the lowest price there. So there you go.
There we go.
Help yourself to goodies, everybody. I'm sorry about the granola being a mess, but you can take a spoonful. I thought it would come out in like little clumps, and it kind of came out as a mess. But there's chocolate